Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to do a quick overview and comparison. We are looking at a Strider DGG with the Digicam. And then we're also looking at the Monkey Edge Frag Performance Series Gen 1. These are two similar but very different knives. These are both SnGs, so they're the middle-sized ones, a full-size knife. This DGG has the bronze Digicamo finish. Definitely a beautiful finish. This one's just gonna be your black oxide. What is interesting is this has fairly normal grind, where this one is actually a performance series, which is basically saying the handle, hardware, and everything from here over is custom and hand tuned by Mick Strider himself. And the M here, M Strider, is right here, whereas this one, even though you can't really see it, you got the Strider logo there and the Strider here. There we go, you gotta see it there. Well, this one is a clean blade with no markings on it. This one is 204P, where this one is S30V. They're both the same size, but we can do a quick size comparison. Next to an SMF, which is the bigger brother of the two. There you go. This has a bigger handle, bigger blade. Then the DC. Smaller handle, wider handle though at the same time. Same amount of blade, more belly, but overall very similar blade lengths. Next one you all know, the Rat 1. And then another one, most of you probably know, the Kershaw Bare Knuckle. And let's do UTX 85. As you can tell, the 85 is a nice size, but definitely quite a bit smaller. Now, so this one right here is a custom or half custom because, or is at least custom for Monkey Edge, by the way. Full titanium here, full titanium here. This is back spacers or barrel spacers. They're very nice how like detailed these get here, whereas the simple lines. Now the handles are flamed. They're not going to be your striped flame here that you see here. Just overall flame the whole thing, so you kind of get a bronzish blue look to it. Now yeah, this grind here is only on one side, so it's not chisel, but it's, I'm spacing on the name of it. But it's only on one side, it makes it easier to sharpen. The thing about this is, since it's also a performance series, It is thick here, thick stock, but tapers down this way and this way very nicely to become very thin behind the edge. This one here is not quite the same. It is thick. It does have the stock kind of carries out more to the tip, so it's going to have a stronger tip, but at the same time still be decently thin behind the edge. Not quite as thin as this one. This one is just your classic Strider back with a G10 and titanium meat. I do have to say though, this is way more grippy. So if you're like needing more grip at work or whatever you're doing, or prefer more grip, this would be it. Definitely the handle is way better in that sense. Where this one right here, I mean, you would think it has good grip, but it's actually pretty smooth. Now it's not slippery or anything, but it's definitely smoother than this guy. So this one is full titanium. This one is titanium and G10. This, if you can pick these up when they drop, which is hard to do or rare, very few people are able to do that because they come in small batches. Both of these, this one runs roughly 550 upwards of 650. Where this one ranges about $100 more than that, but on the secondary market, these are going to run you $1,000 to $1,300. These are going to run you $11 to probably around $12. So weirdly enough, this one is cheaper, harder to get when they are on a drop or like when they first release, but on the secondary market, they are more expensive because there's fewer of them in a specific configuration. This one where there are, as far as I know, 3 generations of this. I do not know how many exactly are out there. Both are hard to find. Both are actually contoured, so this kind of like curves. And same here. So DGG, if you do not know, stands for double gunner grip, where this one is just a frag pattern. Similar, but definitely different and very unique. See anything else that I can think of here? I do find it interesting that these guys, the stop here is similar or the same, but this one's black and this one's silver. I do genuinely like that more than the simple and very basic version on this SMF. But these are definitely like meant to be used. They're going to be able to take anything you need them to take, do any tasks that you need them to do. There's not much you're going to do with the knife that you can't do with these. Now, think about the hardware. Speaking of also hardware, these are all T10s. This guy is actually going to be a 3/16 hex. So it's a large fastener. It's the same on both sides. This one I believe is a 5/64. And then you got a spanner bit, which you can pick these up at any Home Depot or Lowe's. It's not part. It's not like a hard tool to get. They're pretty cheap. They're just a little bit different than your normal bit that you would get. These guys are Chicago screws, so these are just kind of like nuts, and these fasten into them. Pretty simple. Makes it easy to take apart if you need to. This one is the same thing, but instead of being open, these are closed. Personally, I kind of prefer the closed look here on the performance frag versus the DGG. But this is my personal favorite knife overall. This one actually has a history. This one I actually just got back from Metal Complex, and is also the one that I was carrying with when I proposed. This is not only my favorite knife overall, but also has sentimental value for various reasons. Now, for carry purposes, this guy right here is 100% a lighter. This is roughly 4.2 ounces. This guy is closer to the 5-ounce mark. I believe it's 4.6. It's a little bit heavier. Not by much, but it definitely will be noticeable. But if you're carrying these, you're not carrying these because they're light or super easy to carry. You're carrying them because they're great functional tools, simple, and they're going to handle any task you throw at them. While looking in and out, these are somebody's personal taste. Like, I personally like the look of this. Some people won't, but regardless, Striders are tools first, and they also have very appealing aesthetics to a lot of people. But that is going to be it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.